Hi, Ada here. Thank you so much for stopping by Mommy Lhey's YouTube channel. Today I want to try something different and share with you how I organize my ink pads. I will be giving you organizational tips on how to keep track of your ink colors. This system is used by many ink stampers. It's very helpful, saves plenty of time, and leaves more time for planning. I am starting off with how I store my ink swatches. This is a memory album by Simple Stories. The size of the album is 6x8. It's a 2-ring binder and holds several pocket pages. As you see here, I have cut out 2x2 inch squares using a 110-pound white cardstock. I've used a stamped image and labeled each swatch. I have organized and separated the swatches by shop brand. I've punched out tabs and labeled them as well. This system works best for me. Now you can also organize them by colors if you choose to do it that way, but like I said, this is the best system that works for me. As I flip through this album, I want to point out an important detail about stamping with inks. Now there are several types of inks. There are dye inks, pigment inks, distress inks, and mist spray inks, just to name a few. One important tip before stamping I would recommend to you is that first test the ink you'll be stamping with on the paper you'll be using. You don't want the image to bleed through, especially if you'll be using the back of the sheet. The most common question I get asked is what type of black ink I use on my planner inserts. As you see here, I have several black ink swatches used for different types of projects. But I have to recommend a pigment ink. They have a less chance of bleeding through. And the other common question I get is what type of paper I use for my planner inserts, which is HP presentation paper. Up next are my distress inks. These type of inks are used with a blending technique. I rarely use them for stamping. And the last couple of pages are my mist sprays. They have a type of glimmer and shine along with a texture once dried. They're perfect for when I use stencils on my projects. Now, as I'm setting up here, I want to talk to you a little bit about Mommy Lhey's inks. They are a pigment ink, rich and bold in color. What you see on the ink pad is basically what you get when stamping. They are sold as a set of 3, and each set is boxed and labeled. I went ahead and cut out 12 2x2 square inch swatches out of 110-pound white cardstock. And I picked out Mommy Lhey's Strokes and All stamp set. I used a flower stamp from that set. You're also going to need handy disposable wipes to clean off the stamp after every color. You don't want to take any chances of mixing those colors. Now, after I stamp out the image, I use my brother's P-Touch label maker. I use the clear sticker tape that is sold separately and adhere it to the bottom of the swatch. I won't be showing you the whole process of 24 ink swatches. I'll just show you a few here and catch you at the end. One last tip I want to add when storing your ink pads is to use sticker dots. I place a dot on the tip of a pencil eraser and ink the sticker, and I place it on the outside of the ink pad. Now, depending on how you stack your ink pads, this process will be easier to look for the color you'll be needing. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I hope this video will inspire you to be a little bit more organized and try this out. Have a wonderful day and happy crafting. Bye, guys.